Hi, I'm David Gue here at the Tongue on the Post Folk Music Festival. Tonight at Paradise Valley Par 3 Clubhouse, where we've just had a wonderful evening of music, featuring, among several performers, Lucas Chaisson from Cochrane, Alberta. Welcome to Medicine Hat, Lucas.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be back.
It is nice, and the last time we saw you, I think, was maybe 3 years ago or 4 years ago.
I just turned 16 years old the last time I played in Medicine Hat.
Now you're a ripe old 19, is that right?
Yeah, I'm in my prime, I guess.
Yeah, right. So tell us, if you had to describe the sort of music that you're making now, how would you describe it?
That's a tough one. It's really, it's got a lot of different influences going on. I mean, there's a lot of blues, and some old country, just straight up folk music. I mean, we try to categorize it as roots music, which is about as broad as you can get. But that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is just to have that kind of freedom to do whatever I really want to. It's nice.
Just like way back in the days ago. Yeah, together we will flow as we sail into the mist.
So it's an expressive kind of a job rather than a sort of formal structure that you're working towards, is that right?
Yeah, for sure. It's tough when we're doing it that way, because you're always waiting for inspiration to hit, and sometimes it doesn't hit and you need a new song, or if you're being commissioned to write a song, sometimes you've just got to buckle down and treat it like a structured job. But for the most part, I enjoy the flexibility of it and how it allows me to be creative.
So tell me how it works. Like you're toured quite a few years ago as a much younger musician with a group of other young musicians as the U22 Review, and then where did things go from there?
I think after the summer when I was 16, when we did all those U22 shows at music festivals like the Tongue on the Post and Edmonton Folk Festival, just all these world-renowned festivals across Alberta, I really started just pushing hard, and even then I had a management team independent of U22 pushing for me at all those festivals, and we just kind of decided to really go at it full force, and especially the last year or so, it's really started to pay off.
So how do you get your name out there?
It's really tough. I mean, a lot of it's just making sure that you're heard by the right people, and you can't always make sure that the right people are going to be in the room. So it's just really been playing as much as I can in as many places as I can, and just putting on a good show every night. I mean, a lot of the difficult part of being a musician is sometimes you won't see any real dividends for maybe months and months and months, and then you'll get a call from somebody who saw you play at a conference or play at a festival somewhere, and it'll be a big break for you, or like people can be following you and you don't even really know that they're keeping up to date on your career. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to think that it's a possibility that nobody is really connecting with what you're doing, and it's you're wasting your Saturday nights at bars and folk clubs and stuff. But I mean, you can't really complain about getting to play music for a living.
Well, for sure, and I guess that's perhaps partly where the social media sort of closed the circle, eh? Like, yeah. You can look on your Facebook site and you can see, hey, there are people listening and commenting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, social media has changed how you do everything, really. It's a lot of work. There's like 6 or 7 sites that you have to keep all up to date and all up to date with your current information and your shows that you're playing, shows you have played. But I think it's made musicians more accessible to to people, just the general public, and to people who are in the music industry as well.
For sure. And then I think maybe winning a Canadian Folk Music Award must open some doors too. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was huge. This year was my second nomination, and it didn't really feel like it was a real thing when I won it. It was kind of it's like a small version of the Junos. Everybody's in the theater, and they have the envelope and they pull out your name from it. So it was kind of a surreal experience. But it's really nice to be recognized, especially by people in the music industry, your peers and people who work for radio stations, and it's nice to be recognized for that. And we put a lot of hard work into the latest record, so glad to know that it paid off.
Well, I wouldn't care just to feel love is a road. Times heal. Love is a road.
So now, where does the path lead from here? I know one of your songs you were saying, well, I'm still in Cochrane, but I'm not sure I want to be there forever. Where does the road seem to be going?
I mean, right now it's probably best to still be living in Cochrane at home, just because I'm gone a lot, and it doesn't really make sense to be paying rent for a place that I'm not going to be living at. But I think that the next year is going to be huge. I've got a lot of touring planned, a lot of conferences, and just trying to get my music out there as much as I can. This is my first year really going at it full time. Before I was kind of doing it during school, so I'd go and drive up to Lloydminster and do a show on Friday, miss a couple classes, and then drive back Sunday night, get in at 4 a.m. and try and go to class the next day. So it's nice to just have total freedom to be able to pursue music full time.
Yeah, for sure. And then, are there particular sort of styles of music or genres or technical things that you're working on that this is what's really turning my crank right now?
I listen to really all kinds of music. I listen to a lot of old kind of Delta bluesy stuff, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration on guitar. But I mean, I listen to a lot of Lucinda Williams and Rodney Crowell and all those great songwriters. So just kind of everything is inspiring to me. I've been listening to a lot of weird jazz right now, which has kind of brought some weird things into my writing. But it's fun to get inspired by all things.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes, eh? Yeah. So thanks very much for taking time out at the end of the evening to chat with us and get us up to date, and all the best in your future. Yeah. So that's it for tonight from Tongue on the Post Folk Music Festival.